Hey, this will be a double review. We're going to get Anniversario Yang and Hiding in Plain Sight. First, I'll do a quick review of Anniversario Yang. As most of you know, a lot of people consider this the best Chikara show of the year so far, and one of the best shows of the year. I definitely don't think it's one of the top 5 or top 10 shows, but probably in the top 20. I was kind of disappointed by it. The Chikara style, I like it. I think it's pretty cool. I think it's something different, but it's not like it's not something that I'm gonna like go crazy about, but definitely I think the atmosphere and the intentions are very positive, and it's definitely something that the wrestling business needs as an alternative. So I do think it's a great promotion in that aspect. As far as this show goes, just gonna talk about it briefly. The opener of Los Ice Creams versus Brodie and Grizzley Redwood. I didn't think it was a great opener. I thought it was okay. Ophidian versus Arik Cannon. That was the second match. I thought this started off really boring, but eventually it got really good. The finish and the last couple minutes were excellent. The other good match was the Order of the Neo Solar Temple versus Creator Wrestler and the Super Smash Brothers. This was excellent. This is a nice, I think it was a 3-on-3 tag match, or I think it was 3-on-3. Yeah, the Super Smash Brothers player Dose busted out some really nice stuff, really sweet stuff from him. This is one of the better matches on the show. The match with D'Lo Brown, the tag match with D'Lo Brown and Glacier versus Gerard and Colin Delaney. I really couldn't get into that. And then from the Chikara Sampler DVD, we get Incoherence, and Cheech and Claudio were actually dressed up as Incoherence for this match, and they took on Quack, Jigsaw, Lince, Dorado, and Helios. This was an awesome match. It was definitely reminiscent of the Chikara Showcase match. Just I guess this is pretty much an example of what Chikara is all about. This type of tag match. It's a ton of action, a ton of fun. Really excellent stuff. This is pretty much what this is when the show started to pick up at this point. Then we get Eddie Kingston versus Claudio Castagnoli. I thought the match was excellent. A lot of people are really high on Eddie Kingston's promo before the match, and it is a great promo. I wouldn't necessarily say it's the best of the year, but it definitely came from the heart, and which is always great to see. But the match was pretty good. Claudio looked great here. He looked like the old Claudio from 2007 when he was a face. I definitely think Claudio is better as a face, actually. He's just very boring and methodical as a heel. But Eddie Kingston is a pretty good wrestler in his own right as well. He really impressed me here. These two just had a nice, solid 3.5-star match. And then the main event. The main event does deliver. I definitely think you will be impressed by it, even if your expectations are high. For it's a near 5-star match. It's probably 4 3/4. This is what's definitely put the show over the top. If it wasn't for this main event, I think the show would have just been average, to tell you the truth. So we get F.I.S.T versus the Colony. F.I.S.T consisted of Chuck Taylor and Icarus, and they took on the Colony, which is Fire Ant and Soldier Ant. This is just an epic match. It's a ton of drama, a ton of near falls. Pretty great wrestling, a lot of brutal spots. Just pretty much had everything in it. You had a great comeback from the Colony. Soldier Ant was actually taken out, and when he came back into the ring, everything really got awesome. I can't say enough about this. You would definitely be impressed with this match. Obviously, I can't talk too much into depth with it because I'm not really that familiar with the storyline going into it. However, this is a double hair versus double mask match, so whoever lost the match would actually either lose their masks, or if F.I.S.T lost, they would actually have to get their head shaved. So that's how it went. And all right, Hiding in Plain Sight. I thought it was another great show. I probably like this even more than Anniversario Yang. I thought it was from top to bottom just a more fun show. Obviously, a lot of people going crazy about the the Bryan Danielson match. It is a great match. It's definitely pretty much the reason to check this DVD out. You know, we get Claudio Castagnoli and Bryan Danielson and Chikara. This team is known as Team Uppercut, and they took on Mike Quackenbush and Jigsaw. Just an excellent match here. Probably one of the essential matches of Bryan Danielson's final countdown tour. It's probably going to be the hidden gem out of all the matches after they finally come out. But this had a lot. These two teams had a lot of chemistry together. Like Claudio Castagnoli looked great in this match. This is where he busted out that airplane spin without using any arms for leverage. I guess this is the first match where he actually pulled that off. Yeah, that was great. Like halfway through the match, Danielson just snapped and he started acting really aggressive. You know, aside to Danielson, which we haven't really seen in a long time, and a lot more edgier even than his 2006 character. And Quack and Jigsaw were great. I thought the psychology of this match was excellent. I thought Jigsaw did some great selling, and Quackenbush and Danielson had amazing chemistry. So yeah, definitely check this out. This is definitely like a 4 1/4 star, 4.5 star match. Like I said, probably the hidden gem once it's all said and done out of all the Danielson Final Countdown Tour matches. The other great match from this show that really impressed me on the comedy level, as I was expecting, was the 2.0 and the Unstable to take on Carpenter Ant, Green Ant, Dasher Hatfield, Lince Dorado, and Cocabana. Now this is a 5-on-5 10-man tag match. Just really crazy stuff. You know, it was. I'm glad that it was a comedy match, because if it wasn't a comedy match, it probably wouldn't have came off as well as it did, obviously. So I thought the interaction between Cocabana and Colin Delaney was awesome here. And you know, I guess Dasher Hatfield, he's like a baseball type of gimmick. So yeah, this ended up being like a comedy baseball game. We've never really seen anything like this before. So this match is definitely just a fun match. You have to be in the right mood to like this, and if you are in the right mood, you will find it very enjoyable. So yeah, and the other match was Player Uno versus Player Dos. Now, what really shocked the shit out of me was when Player Uno came down to the ring. He came down to the ring with the Mega Man 3 theme music, which is a great song to me, and my brother's favorite song. If my brother heard that, he would just flip out, because he used to play that song on his guitar like every day. So I was shocked that he came out to that music. So yeah, I love the Nintendo type of gimmick. I think that's an awesome gimmick from the Super Smash Brothers. But yeah, we got to see Player Uno and Player Dos just go at it. I thought this match was great. I wish it went longer, because I was really enjoying it. The finish from Player Dos was awesome, but I thought this two just had amazing chemistry while it lasted. I thought this was really fun. Yeah, the main event, a lot of people said that the ending was kind of anticlimactic, and I didn't think it needed to be a 2 out of 3 falls match, actually. It was Osirian Portal defending the belts against the colony of Fire Ant and Soldier Ant. I thought technically it was a pretty good match. It was pretty fun. I did not think the crowd was too into it. After the first fall, you could hear some of the little girls going, "I thought it was over," you know. So it was like, I really don't think the crowd was too into it. I don't know. It just didn't come off as good as I was hoping for. So I do think the finish is kind of anticlimactic. I understand. Yeah, I saw their previous match at Relevation X. I think that took place back in January. That was when Osirian Portal and the Colony had their other match. I think that was definitely a lot better. It's actually on the Chikara Sampler DVD. But yeah, I'm kind of running out of time. But Hiding in Plain Sight, I didn't go too much into it. But these are two pretty decent shows. But I'm not totally blown away by both of them. So that's just my opinion. And let me know what you guys think.